I would hug you right now, but I have sticky fingers.
You got wing sauce on the hand.
Yeah.
You don't want to grease up the fit.
Yeah.
Or anything. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. Welcome to Spitfire. My name's Sparky878. Joining me today is the illustrious, one of the top teams in all of Brawlhalla, Flashpoint's own Cody Travis and Isidroo. Cody, how are you with hot food?
Good.
Isidroo, how are you with hot food?
I'm pretty decent, yeah.
Well, you're going to be tested through the gauntlet from absolutely no worries to all the way to possibly making you cry. It made me cry when I did it with Faison, so we'll see what happens. We're going to roll right on into it. This is the Bronx Green Market's hot sauce. I absolutely adore this sauce. This one is fantastic. Let's go and take a bite. How you feeling about the sauce?
I like this one. This one has like a kick at the end.
Yeah, this one is definitely, I think, my favorite by far. Now, on December 21st, 2017, Cody tweeted, "Got diamond with my boy at Sergi G Benitez." This is before you changed your Twitter handle to Isidroo GB. We grinding out here, and he tweeted 15 100 emojis, 8 bicep emojis, and 21 face with triumph emojis. That's where it's like blowing the air out that you saw with like the student athlete meme. Yeah. And then on January 30th, 2018, Cody also tweeted, "Yo guys, I'm teaming with Sergi G Benitez, by the way. This was the birth of an area. This was for Winter Champs 2018, and y'all got second in your first tournament together. Tell me about the beginning of Cody Travis and Isidroo."
Okay, so me and Cody, we never really, like, we would hang out, but we would never, like, really talk to one another, like, directly. After BCX 2017, when I played with Cyclist, we were, like, playing on and off together, and then Cyclist decided, he played with Doppy once, and he fell in love with Doppy.
Well, like, can you blame him?
Yeah, I mean, I like, there was nothing I could do at that point. He, like, shit, it's Doppy.
It's Doppy, bro.
And then he drops him, like, dang, I gotta find a new partner. And I started playing with Cody, and, like, it just felt natural with Cody, at least to me.
Cody, what were your thoughts on the early days of Isidroo and Cody Travis?
I was like, this can work. I'm good at twos, and so is Isidroo, so why not give it a shot? And then, you know, Winter Champs.
Yeah, like the fact that y'all got second is absolutely nuts. The fact that you were able to really start that quickly. I mean, it was December 21st, and probably a month later was Winter Champs, and you got second in one of the most competitive online tournaments of the entire year. That's absolutely fantastic. We're gonna move on to our next ring. This one's gonna be Chiba Gold. This one actually surprised me the first time. So I'm curious as to how you feel about this sauce.
I can see why it's surprised.
Yeah.
When I was chewing it, it felt weaker than the other one, but then once I swallowed it, my tongue started feeling the burn.
Right? It starts to hit a little bit on the back end.
I'm so feeling, bro.
So now while you're chewing, on December 7th, 2017, after BCX that year, people were putting on Twitter their influential BH player lists. People were coming out with Noel and Boomy and blah, 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 and this. Now Cody's had Scythe, Remy, Faison, iThrow, and for some reason Astronaut at the time. Isidroo's had straight up meme answers, like 100% meme answers. Thinking about it now, have your answers changed? What are your answers now for like your 5 most influential Brawlhalla players?
Like all time, first person is definitely Noel. He's been like a positive influence to me, like older brother. Like we're like really close. Like we were there, we grinded like an entire year together. I got good because of him. Or not because of him, but like the reason why I stayed so consistent is because we both were always together. Second most influential player would probably be Cyclist, because he was like my first actual teammate. We were like together. He was like my friend. He wasn't just my teammate. And we still are friends. And third most influential player to me would probably be Boomy, because Boomy what I like about Boomy is he plays to win most of the time. Like, he's my homie.
He plays to win until he doesn't.
Yeah, he always had, like, when he's practicing, he has his mindset that he just wants to be good, though.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to win. Then in tournament, you know, sometimes, you know.
He's like either 0 or like 110%.
And I like that dedication from him. Fourth would definitely be Babu.
Babu.
So I remember this one, when I first started playing the game, I played like 300 hours of free-for-all because I didn't have anyone to play with.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and
can't
so
believe you didn't
I
play.
remember, and then I started playing ranked. I got to diamond in like, I think like 2 weeks. And so I wanted to join a clan because I wanted to learn how to get better and compete. But Boot was the first person that reached out to me. And like, to get into his clan at the time, you had to spar him and prove your worth.
Yeah.
I proved my worth, and he was like, dude, you're really good, come join us. I'm like, okay, and that's when he started telling me about how to join tournaments I didn't know. And so, yeah. And then fourth was that fourth or third?
That was 4th.
Okay, fifth most influential player would probably be Ithro. Ithro's my homie. Like, every LAN, we're always together. He's like my best friend. He's one of my best friends. I don't know if I said Cody or not, but he's
that's
there.
kind of messed
Yeah.
up. You didn't even
no,
include your
come
teammate.
on.
Cody, what's your 5?
He's number 0, that's why.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cody, who's your
Couldn't
5?
put him- I couldn't rate him a number. He's that valuable to me. A number does not define his worth.
All right. So my 3 would be, well, top 3 is Noel. This doesn't have to be in any order. Noel, Ethan, and Isidroo. That's because they all skyrocketed. They went from here, then they played and dedicated themselves to Brawlhalla, and then because of that, they went from here. Okay?
Ethan's rise like still blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did that in a short time
Yeah.
too.
I remember I just saw him in like Crocky's chat. I was just chilling, and then he asked me like money match me. Yeah! I'm like, what? Like, I money match him. I win the first 2 games, and then he wins one game. Like, what the hell? And then he wins the second game. But then I beat him the 5th one. I was like, oh, he's just running. And I just beat him. He gave me my $5, and like he started placing well. I started talking to him more after that.
So Noel, Ethan, and Isidroo. Why Isidroo? Look him in the eye and tell him.
Because you're a homie and a good friend. I would hug you right now, but I have sticky fingers.
You got wing sauce on the hand.
Yeah.
You don't want to grease up the fit
Yeah.
or anything. All right, we're gonna move on to the next wing. This one is a favorite, not of necessarily me, but of a lot of people. This is Los Calientes hot sauce. Of course, we're not even in the peak heat of summer yet, but we are in the heat of summer. So let's lean into that heat with Los Calientes. So Isidroo, at one point you tweeted, Isidroo in losers is a better Isidroo. Does that still hold true today? Does that extend to you as a 2v2 team? And does that also extend to you, Cody, in singles as well? Do you fire up in losers, or do you start to feel the pressure?
During 2018, like towards the later parts of 2018, most of my runs were like climbing through losers. I remember like I would lose, because I got first seed at one time, and first seed, like I had to fight like winner of Cossacks and Phazon round 1. Then I would probably lose to Phazon, and then if I did beat Phazon, I would fight Noel right after. And I would lose to them, and I would just climb up, get third or fourth for a second. And it was just, once I lost to them, I would become so much more like motivated, and just like, it would become like me just becoming so much more mad. Not mad, but like I just wanted to like tear through. I just wanted to get back at them, just get the run back.
What does it feel like for a top player going into the losers bracket, maybe earlier than you thought, or of course like you're going up against someone like Sandstorm, like Phazon, like Remy, like Boome, and you're like, well, there's a distinct possibility I might go into the losers bracket. How does your mindset pursue through all of those loser sets that you might have to take?
Like, it's always in the back of your mind that you might like lose early, and that you might get judged for it because you're a top player. So like people like sort of have an expectation for you, and so like it does not. But like most of the time, like I'm calm, so I just like throw it away. I don't think about it when I'm playing. Like if I lose, it is what it is. I got the next like tournament. There's like 20 tournaments this year. If I drown in like one, man, screw it. I got more. It's like it does hurt for a bit, definitely. Like when I think about it, but it's like there's no point in being sad about it. You can't change it. You could just like you just have to grind through it. Basically, at least that's what like for me it is. Like I lost to Tiffany, got 25th at final round, and I'm like, I was just like so devastated. But it's like there's nothing I can do. It happened. She played better than me. I just gotta like keep going on.
So what do you think about going into losers bracket? how does that affect Cody Travis as a player?
Well, I don't play ones that much, but I'm starting to get into it more this year, and because of that, my placements have like skyrocketed in ones. So even if I get in losers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's the end. I can keep going, and if I just lose that tournament, okay, I can just improve in ones. I can base what I just lost off of that and improve on that.
So thinking about yourself in the losers bracket, you might be knocked out. You might be turned into a ghost for that tournament. Moving on to the next wing, we're going to be moving on to Melinda's creamy style ghost pepper wing sauce. I absolutely hate this one. I think it has a horrible flavor. I think it's just heat and absolutely nothing good about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Once I swallow it, it tastes like trash.
So we have a notorious picture of each of you. One is Isidroo, you jumping higher than I think I've seen anybody jump in the world. If the NBA was there to record that vertical, you probably would have broken some records.
Definitely.
What was going on in that picture? Explain the context, the story behind that picture.
That was a pools match. That was like the first pool, and Cody never played a ones tournament, so the seed was utter.
Yes, I did.
He played one ones tournament in 2018, and the seed was utter. So he had to fight Blue, the number one player. Everyone's like, oh, he's probably gonna get second because he's the best EU player. And then Cody, game 3, he won game 1, or no, he lost game 1. He won game 2. Game 3, he's like up a host stock, and Blue's like at red. Blue starts making a comeback. Then Cody stands still, hits 3 gun sidelights in a row without moving. I'm like, what the? And then like he waits a bit, and then he just like down 6 or something. I'm like, why'd he get hit by that? I'm like, I can't believe it. And I jumped, and like Cody just be like the best EU player at the moment.
Dude, that's my tech.
Like
That's actually kind of crazy that it's Cody Travis versus Blue in a pools match at BCX 2018 when Cody hadn't played in any ones tournaments.
this guy was playing Brawlhalla against Koji. Like
Yep.
he has to play like Axe is bad, but then guns play like bow, and that's
Yep.
not a good matchup. Neither is swords, like I think, but it was just like crazy. They had to pop
Cody,
off for him.
There's a picture of you with a sandwich taking an
I know.
absolutely massive
I wonder what it
bite
could
out of
be.
at final round. Why did you explain what's going on? Why did you take such a big bite?
Okay, so like, I got in late because of my flight, right? I mean, not flight, because of the drive. And I didn't have any food. So I was just gonna eat in the venue. And I told my good friend Moises, shout out Espejo Productions, to go and get me a sandwich. He brought me that back, and a legend was born.
You absolutely attacked that sandwich in the most aggressive play in Brawlhalla that I've ever seen. You didn't even just go slowly at it at a normal speed to take a big bite. You went boom! You attacked that sandwich in a way I've never seen another human attack a sandwich. That was the birth of Big Bite Cody. Now we're gonna be moving on. Now we're starting to crank up the Scovilles. We're starting to get that pressure onto your taste buds, that off-stage pressure where you're in red, you're against gauntlets before the nerf. So the pressure's really starting to come up. This one's gonna be Hellfire, Fear This. Let's go ahead and hit this wing. So how are you feeling, Cody? It looks like you're feeling some
Hot.
heat. You're feeling some heat, but you're hanging in there.
Yeah. I'm trying to speak and swallow.
It's tough. You have the hardest part. You and Isidroo have definitely the hardest part of this. I get to eat the wing, ask the question real quick, and then let y'all have it.
My tongue won't stop hurting. Holy crap.
So this is number 7 out of 10. And I'm gonna ask you to go all the way back.
Good, bro.
I'm just thinking back to the birth of Cody Travis and Isidroo, and I'm getting a little emotional. Now, where did your names come from? Is Cody Travis because you don't want to deal with Noah Seaman as your name?
Hold on, bro.
All right, I'll give you a minute. Isidroo. Where did the name Isidroo come from? Of course, in your Twitter handle, it's GB. The G is your middle name.
My first last name. B is second last name.
Benitez. So where did your name come from?
As a kid, my grandpa lived in El Salvador, and my dad would always put him on the phone like every week so I could talk to him. As his name was Isidroo. When I was growing up, I could never pronounce his name. I would say Chio.
That's not even close.
It's not close at all, but my family would make fun of me for doing it, but I grew out of it. Once I got older and I started playing more video games, I wanted a name, and I didn't want to be Sergio because I thought it was just like, why would my gamer name be my real name? Like, it's kind of boring.
Which is interesting because we have Noel.
Yeah.
It's just iconic.
He makes it work because you think about Noel, you think about a big buff man. but yeah, you hear Isidroo and like, you're just gonna be like, why? Or like, I don't know, it's not the same effect as Noel. And so I thought Isidroo was always a cool name, and it was like a kind of like a way I could like always remember like my family, where I come from, even though I never really thought I would become like a good Brawlhalla player or make money off it. So even now it means more to me.
So every time you're playing, you're not just playing for yourself. You're not just playing for the money. You're not just playing for the glory. You're playing for your family,
For
your
the
roots,
fans,
where
yeah.
you came from, your grandpa, all the way in El Salvador. That's amazing. I think that's an incredible story. Cody, you ready, bud? You need a minute?
That's all I have to say.
Break into this milk if you need some more milk.
I think I'm done.
You might be tapping out?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're moving on. Isidroo, you're into the 1v2 situation. Right?
Hey, let me ask.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so.
You know what? I asked the questions.
Oh,
You
okay,
actually
you say
answer
it,
them.
say it.
That's how bad the heat is. We're gonna let Cody answer the questions as well. But Isidroo, you're in the 1v2 situation. Your last stock red. You got to keep pushing through, find that damage. We're moving on to the third to last. If you can make it through this one, Cody, if you can make it through this one, it's easy street. Your mouth is gonna go numb. It's great. This one is the bomb beyond insanity, the absolute worst tasting sauce in this entire bunch. Let's get it.
About 8 minutes.
Oh God. Once I swallowed it, it tasted bad, but it's not like, I don't know. It went away.
We'll see if it sneaks up on you.
My.
So we have the Rayman crossover, we have the Hellboy crossover, we have the Shovel Knight crossover. If you personally could have any crossover in the game, what one crossover would you have in the game? Anything, literally anything.
This is so perfect. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician Girl on Fate. It's so perfect.
Oh my God, shut
That
up!
would be
So
mad cute.
perfect. It's such a perfect crossover.
Cody?
Oh,
So you know I play guns, right? And
I am aware of that.
that's like 70% of all the legends I play, okay? So I think a really good crossover would be Borderlands, right? Okay? I think some of the characters in the game can fit some of the characters in Brawlhalla with their signatures, so it would be a good crossover. And I might talk about it on Twitter, so you get an idea of like why I think it's good.
All right, we're feeling the heat. Second to last wing. Isidroo, how you feeling?
I feel like throwing up.
You feel like
Not
throwing
yet.
up. There is a box behind you that you can puke into. There's a little bit more milk for you. I'm gonna take a sip. This one is the all-natural zombie apocalypse sauce.
Oh, it sounds like hell. I feel like that third sauce just killed everything for me.
Yep. So
All
it
right.
seems like the top three teams in NA right now are you, Movie Sandstorm, and Faison Remy. Speaking to the other two teams, How do you approach them differently, if at all? And what is the difference between those two teams when you're coming up against them in bracket?
They're literally Faison's team versus Boomy's team. They're literally opposites. Like Faison and Remy, they can do cool combos. When they're not doing cool combos, they're running to the opposite sides of the map. And Boomy and Sandstorm, they just always try to beat your. So it's not like I'd rather fight Boomy and Sandstorm because I can just like ape out sometimes. But against Remy and Faison, they punish me for doing that, and they punish me hard. It's like.
Cody?
I'm gonna be honest. Remy and Faison are harder to fight than Sandstorm and Boomy. And I think the reason because of that is just because, they're better at ones players than me. But like, so are Sandstorm and Boomy. And I think that because me and Isidroo have fought like Sandstorm more, we have an idea of like how to beat them more times than Remy.
All right, now we're coming to the final wing. Isidroo, how you feeling?
I'm fine.
Now we have a little bit of a tradition around here, and you don't have to do it, but we like to put a little bit extra. That last D-Light recovery that it takes on Sword to kill your opponent. Put a little bit of the final sauce here.
Okay. You want some, Cody? All right, you saw.
What do you think?
No.
No.
See,
Good
we're on the
answer.
same wavelength.
Yes.
It's not coming out.
This is Cody dying early in the game, and Isidroo in the 1v2 situation, putting just a little bit extra to finish it off. And Cody not helping whatsoever.
I just did.
This is the final one. We made it this far, let's finish it up. Cheers.
Woo.
Oh.
How you feeling?
Oh, it's always once I swallow it. When I'm chewing it, I'm like, oh, this is free. Once I swallow it, off.
Yeah.
All right, so grab your pads and markers. We're gonna play the Newlywed game. But instead of course, being in a relationship, you're on a 2v2 team, and you have been for about a year now, which is like a relationship. So grab your pads and markers. Now the goal of this is for you to both answer a question independently for yourselves and see what the other person says, see if it matches up. All right, first question. When and where did you first kiss?
Ow.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, that one doesn't work.
Wait,
That one
what?
doesn't work at all.
I was already gonna answer, dude.
I was too.
So Cody, you're gonna be writing down the answer that Isidroo would put down to this question. And Isidroo, you're gonna write down what Cody would put to this question. What is the first thing your 2v2 teammate would buy if they won CEO singles and doubles? So Cody, what would Isidroo buy? Isidroo, what would Cody buy?
There's so much. There's so many answers. Can I put more than one?
One answer.
Oh.
Clock's ticking.
I have to write the answer, right?
Write the answer down. I don't know why Isidroo's writing an actual novel. All right, so Isidroo, you are going to turn your pad around. Cody, say what you would buy. What would you buy?
I would save it.
I was thinking about that actually, but you said buy, so I didn't want to put it.
What does that say?
An FPS video game.
Like what?
You always play Rainbow Six Siege, so I thought you would buy him.
Okay.
All right, Isidroo, what would you buy?
Oh, I'd spend it all on Duel Links.
Now, Cody, what
Okay.
did you say?
Okay, I was gonna put that.
Clothing. That's actually not a bad answer. My guess would honestly
He
be
does it all the time.
shoes or clothing. All right, moving on to the second question. Go ahead and take the first page, put it around to the back. When is your personal birthday?
Oh,
This shouldn't take long at all.
shit.
This should be easy. You know when your birthday is. You know, write down your birthday. This is not a hard question. Don't think about it. Isidroo, write down your birthday. Cody, write down your birthday.
My own birthday, not his.
Write down your birthday.
Okay.
Just trust me. Right now we're 0 for 0. Cody, when is Isidroo's birthday?
Okay.
Say it out loud.
August 8th.
Turn your pad around. September, that's not a number.
That's 19.
19th, wrong. Isidroo, when is Cody's birthday?
October 21st.
Oh, God. July 14th, not even close.
Oh,
different
God.
month, different day,
Oh,
different
I should've-
season.
You can't go. I forgot that was a problem for him going to low tier. I should have remembered.
Oh my God.
For the
dude.
third and final question, if both of you were stranded on a desert island, who would be the first to eat the other one alive?
Bro.
Between you two. I don't know why Cody's writing a novel. He's got I'm worried about the gory details. I think Cody would be the one. He would literally be the one. Okay, Cody. Who would be the first one to eat the other alive?
I would eat him.
I was gonna eat him.
You would be the first one to eat. Cody would win because he is faster and smarter. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. But Cody was not able to make it all the way through the wings. He tapped out. He made it almost all the way to the end. A noble effort. Isidroo, you made it all the way through. You carried your team on your back. You're the king of the spicy castle. Where can we find you on social media?
My Twitter is IsidrooGB. My Twitch is Isidroo19.
Cody, where can we find you?
I think it's like Cody_Travis on Twitter.
He thinks it's like Cody
Yeah,
_
I
Travis.
think.
Just Google Cody Travis on Twitter.
Can we do more of these?
We cannot because we are out of time, boys. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Spitfire with the first 2v2 team we've ever had. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you later.